Welcome, Virgo, to your March 2023 reading. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If this is the first time you've tuned in, I offer free mini readings to all new subscribers. So if you've got a question about this particular reading, or something that this reading doesn't cover for you, just click that subscribe button and ask your question in the comment section below. Now put new subscriber and then followed by your question, or if you don't have a question, just put new subscriber, free mini reading please, and I will get back to you on that one. Now for everyone else, I'm also opening it up to you to ask a question. So I will just give you a short answer to your question. So a yes or a no, or just shuffle my cards and give you a brief response to your question. So new subscribers, you will get that more in-depth reading. Everyone else, you go ahead and ask a question and I'll shuffle my cards for you as well. Now, this month I'm using a deck, the Australian Tarot deck. So I hope you like the images on this one. It's a little bit different. It's very old. It's quite rare actually, and quite valuable, quite difficult to get. I don't think they print it anymore, but it's cartoony kind of drawings and quite whimsical as well. And I love using this deck because it always, I get a lot of intuitive messages that come through with it. The imagery is quite good for getting through messages. So let's see how we go this month. Now, Virgo, you start out the energy of the King of Wands. Now, this does represent an Aries here. You've got this card coming through in relation to very close to some very challenging cards. So for some of you, there could potentially be an Aries that is creating some issues for you in March. This could be your boss. It could be someone in authority in your life. But if this person isn't, if this doesn't represent a person in your life, I feel that you are really bossing it up. You could be the boss in your own organization, and you are actually feeling a little bit restricted. There's some heavy energy coming through here, some energy of the Eight of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. Now, for some of you, I'm feeling like this person, there is someone here, potentially that King of Wands, that actually is the one that could be making you feel a little bit insecure, or making you feel like there's restrictions in your progress. And also I'm feeling like this person could potentially be making you feel quite feel like you're failing at something. They're not there. There's a situation here for some of you with someone that is certainly making you feel like you are failing, and putting a lot of pressure on you, or there's a lot of hardship having to deal with this particular person. Now, obviously, this is a general reading, Virgo, so take what resonates here. But for some of you as well, I feel like this King of Wands, this card here is a card of strength, and it's a card of confidence, and it's a card of assertiveness and intelligence, optimism. It's quite a fiery energy. And for some reason in March, some of you are feeling like you're not being successful here. Your ability to lead a situation or be strong in a particular situation is actually being removed, or there's barriers to you achieving these kind of qualities. But this is really, I feel, for a lot of you, worse in your own mind than it actually really is. And this kind of situation is coming to an end here in March, if you have been feeling like that. And if you have been feeling that perhaps, you know, things aren't gonna be successful. Again, I feel like this is your own thoughts rather than reality here, because ultimately you've got the Three of Cups, and this is a card of success. So if there's something in your working environment, or something that you have, a project that you've been working on creatively, I feel like this is actually coming to any kind of hard feelings of hardship, or feelings of pressure, being overburdened here. I mean, I'm looking at the Ten of Wands directly beneath that King of Wands as well. So any kind of this sort of feeling is absolutely coming to an end, and you are going to be celebrating here in March. And I feel for many of you, this is leaving a difficult situation behind. You are going to be able to shift a lot of this restrictive energy that you've been feeling, whether this is the case in your actual environment. For a lot of you, like I said, I feel like this is more your own thoughts, your own mind that are making you feel like that. Now, also for some of you, I feel like you are going to be feeling a little bit left out in the cold here with the Five of Pentacles. And again, this kind of is a little bit of a card of illusion, and it's certainly not a card where we can't get out of this feeling, we can't shift this feeling. In a traditional deck, you would see people standing outside of a church. They are injured, they're poor, they don't have any money, they're really struggling, they're out in the cold. And what they don't realize is there's a church right behind them. If they just went into the church, there would be warmth, there would be solace, there'd be people there that could help them. So I feel like for a lot of you, you are going to be getting some spiritual inspiration here as well in March, and this is really going to come through and almost shine. I mean, the Five of Pentacles is right above the Sun, so I feel like this inspiration is going to be coming through, and it's really going to be joyful and bring you a lot of healing, both spiritually, mentally, physically here. This is quite lovely energy here in the Sun and the Five of Pentacles together, the message that's coming through. Now, you, as I said, do have the Three of Cups. So this does talk about a celebration. So for some of you, there could be actually an engagement, a birth of a baby, christening, some sort of wonderful, emotionally filled birthday, that you're going to a birthday party, but it is getting together with people, and there's going to be a lot of happiness around that situation, a lot of joy, and just beautiful emotional kind of feelings around it. So that's quite lovely for you as well. It's going to be a pleasant break from all of this stress and worry I feel that you do have. I feel a lot of you, this is work related, this stress and this worry, not your family. I feel you're getting a lot of solace from that side of things. Now that Ten of Wands, now this is that card of being overburdened. For a lot of you, if this, your career is a very creative one, or even if it's not, I feel like you've been feeling like things have been going quite slow, and you've been working really, really hard without seeing much result here. And I feel like for a lot of you, your inspiration, and even I keep getting for some of you, your spirituality, your connection with your angels, your spirit guides. I feel like there hasn't been much inspiration coming through for you, but this is coming to an end, and that's what all tens talk about. So, all of this heavy responsibility, this pressure, feeling overburdened, feeling like things are going slowly and you've got no inspiration, all of that is coming to an end. And the thing about the Ten of Wands is, although this card looks, if you look at the imagery, even in this particular deck that's quite fun and whimsical, in a traditional deck, you'll see that person struggling with that pile of sticks on their back and they're hunched over because of the weight. But they're still carrying them, and they have managed to carry that load all the way to the city, to the destination where they were actually planning to get to. And once they're there, they can put the load down and they can sell them, they can build whatever they were going to build with them, they can do whatever their plans were, they can achieve whatever their plans were in carrying this load. So this, in fact, is actually a card of success, and it's a card of strength to say, look at where you've come, Virgo. You've actually been able to do all of that stuff, and you are finally going to be able to put that load down. And in this particular deck, you can see the sun rising in the distance. And that's kind of here to say, and I mean, you've got the sun. It's the best card in the deck. So this is really going to say that all of this kind of stuff is coming to an end, this negative, stressful, burdensome energy. Now, you've got the Six of Swords. So for many of you, you are on a journey. You might be traveling, you might be moving, and I mean, this message is actually coming through in a couple of the cards here in the Chariot as well. But this card traditionally means you've kind of making a decision, I feel, Virgo, to leave a lot of your old ways behind you, leave a difficult situation behind you, leave a troubling situation, and just move to a sweeter future, to a bright future. If you look at the words on this particular card, really just leaving that a difficult situation behind you and just moving on to calmer shores. Traditionally in this Six of Swords, in most decks, you'll see those people rowing away in a boat, and behind them is the choppy waters and the cloudy skies, and ahead is the sunshine and the beautiful city on the hill. And here you can see the beautiful castle in the distance. There's a bridge leading straight to the castle and the sunshine, and there's happiness, and there's music coming out of the castle. I've just got the crystal on the little musical notes, but this is quite lovely. Now, this can just talk about you traveling as well, traveling to get away from a particular situation, help clear your mind, get away from the pressures and stresses of work for many of you here as well. But lovely energy. And again, there's a sun here in this card. You've got a sun in the Ten of Wands, you've got a sun in the Six of Swords, and you have the sun, and you've even got the sun in the Chariot. I put the little crystals over them, but this is saying that this is optimism here for you. There's energy, and again, the sun does talk about travel too. So you might be going on a trip here, Virgo, some by water, I feel, or certainly over water. But just movement and energy. Now, the sun is a card of Leo, so you could potentially have some significant Leos in your life, but Leos are, again, strength, inner strength, and this is what you've got in spade loads here. And certainly if you have been feeling left out in the cold in a particular situation, which is what I was touching on earlier, this sun card just shines its light over everything. It's a healing card. It's a card of absolute joy, really, and in and in a way, I feel like you choosing to leave behind that difficult situation, you are bringing in the energy of the sun yourself. You are creating this wonderful, joyful, happy situation around yourself. But again, this could be you shifting and changing the way you feel as well about a particular situation. Often the Six of Swords might not always mean a physical move or a physical shift or a physical journey. This can be in the way we think, in the way we feel about a situation, in the way we react to something, in the way we look at a certain situation. I feel like the sun is really just talking about shifts, changes, beautiful heightened sense of energy here, and joy, as I said, just pure joy and success. Now, your final tarot card here, again, another traveling card, another movement card. This is a vehicle. You're traveling down the road, and this is a card of freedom. So I really love this energy here for you, Virgo. I was going to say Cancer, because this is the card of Cancer as well. So you could be in touch with a significant Cancer here, but this is just lovely, lovely energy. And the thing is, you are in control of your situation. So I feel like, as I was saying in the Sun card, you are bringing a lot of this joy about, whether you're deciding to travel, deciding to move. You are driving the chariot here. You're the one in the vehicle, and steering the horses where they want to go, because traditionally you would see a black horse and a white horse, and this talks about energy going in a lot of different directions, or certainly these two horses going in different directions, but you're harnessing all of that and you are utilizing that to get you down the road to where it is you want to go. And again, I feel like celebrations here in this move, in this journey, in this traveling that you're going to be doing. This could just simply be a wonderful holiday that you're going to be going on as well. And this is going to allow you to be free of a lot of the pressures and stresses that you have been feeling in regards to your work, for some. Now, your final card here from the Gateway Oracle deck, sharing of yourself. Now, Virgos, I don't feel like you have a lot of struggle in doing this. Certainly the Virgos in my life are so helpful, so wonderful, and they're always ready to share of themselves and help those around them. But the affirmation for this particular card is, I am an incredibly generous being. And the meaning of this card is, share who you are with others. Give what you have, what you do, and who you are. Be generous. The more freely and fully you share of yourself, the more freely and fully the universe will give to you. The universe wants you to know you need to share from the depths of your soul. Allow others to see your essence and feel your radiance. If you give with the thought that it's something you must do as a duty or sacrifice, you may feel depleted. However, if you give with the belief that there's no scarcity of energy, funds, or joy, the universe will pour an abundance of these things into your life. Don't expect to receive something in return. Rather, be generous just because it feels right. You can only give as much as your capacity to receive, so open yourself to receiving even more. That is such a lovely message there for you, Virgo. But I feel, like I said, Virgos, you are very familiar with this energy. You are the helper, the healer. You are very good at sharing of yourself. Now, for a lot of you, I'm feeling like this sense of pressure that you've been under at work. Maybe you having being quite overburdened with a lot of things at work, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. If you've been struggling here, this may potentially have put a barrier in your life when it comes to sharing of yourself with others. But this really, I'm like I said, I'm feeling like there's a shift and a change here, whether it is just you physically choosing to change certain situations in your life that are going to allow you to be able to share of yourself with your family, your friends, and those closest to you here as well. I hope that resonated. You'll have to let me know in the comments section below. Please take me up on my offer of that free mini reading, and also please, for everyone else, just ask away and I will shuffle my cards for you. Have a great March, and I hope to see you next month. Bye.